I teach yoga. I believe that really the only way to achieve peace is you start with yourself. There's no point trying to change the outer world. You start with your inner world, and through self-inquiry, through honest soul-searching and observation of your own patterns, you bring awareness to your own inner conflicts, the different voices that we all have, the false voices of the mind and of the ego, of our conditioning, of what we've learnt, of what we've grown up with, subconscious programs. And in that process, there's resolution. You start to resolve all those different aspects of your psyche. Become a more peaceful presence, become a more loving presence. That's the way I see it. It was shortly before the end, so the beginning of 2009. I came in January and the war ended officially in May 2009. We were actually here for that as well.
How was it? Everyone talks about those final months that were really, really brutal. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was, things had reached critical mass. Things were very tense.
You teach yoga here in Sri Lanka, and basically what you do is help people find their peace. What do people struggle with in this search for finding their peace?
Well, I think modern day yoga has become so popular that people aren't necessarily even coming with that clear intention, maybe unconsciously, even consciously. But I think it's become very, very popular as the physical practice of it. So it is a little like gymnastics. So there's a lot of conversation and talk amongst the yoga community about this, that it's lost its essence, that it's so far removed from what it was originally intended for. However, I really believe that its widespread popularity is a great thing. And the seed has been planted. So initially, if the entry is into the physical practice of it and the feeling of well-being, of stretching, of creating length and space in the body, and therefore also the mind, that's an excellent start. I find in my own classes, I have a lot of very fit people, surfers coming to my classes who want to stretch, for example. And I find if I give them, either with yin yoga or the more dynamic practice, the physical side of it first, then at the end in Shavasana, which is a lying down meditation, you can start to drop in those seeds that will flower into awareness at a later point, and just getting people to relax and let their mind take a back seat. In this day and age is such a wonderful thing. We live in such an overly stimulated world, digital world, a digitally obsessed world. So you're constantly on, your energy is constantly moving outwards. So that for me is the joy of it, is bringing people to that place. And hopefully it's the start of actually exploring meditation more and more and more. Yeah.
What about you? Have you found your peace here?
Yoga has helped me enormously. It's brought balance to my life at a time when I really, really needed it. I mean, I've practiced since I was 18, but the decision to do a teacher training, which is very intensive, and you really deepen your practice and you learn all aspects, from philosophy to Ayurveda, foods, your body type, pranayama, deep breathing techniques, meditation. It's helped me. It gives me great joy. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I really hope that I can help others in the way that it's helped me. Yeah.
One of the things I ask people, it sounds like such a big question, but the smallest answers are really huge in of themselves. What brings you joy?
Getting out of my own way and sitting for 15-20 minutes in the early morning, or at some point in the day, but definitely the early morning is the best. And just connecting to my breath, bring my awareness to the sounds around me, allowing my mind to settle. And then there comes a certain point where I feel myself almost plug in. It's like plugging into source, really. And that's what I mean about getting out of your own way. You know, you feel suddenly you connect with the divine in you, which you are a small spark of that greater flame of awareness, of consciousness, of the divine, of the creator. And allow that energy to flow through you. And that energy gives me great joy and meaning and purpose. I can then go out into my day, spread it out without trying to. It's just you're opening yourself up, really. Does that make sense?
It does, and it strikes me that whereas most people try to find joy or happiness or the thing externally, you look inwards.
Absolutely. Look, I trod a path. I didn't follow a path of being an ascetic path, of discipline. I had a traveling life. I've enjoyed my pleasures, but ultimately it didn't bring me lasting happiness. External pleasures don't. It's all transient. The body ages. We will die at a certain point. Actually, really, it's so simple, the truth, that actually it's all to be found. Those inner riches is where it's to be found, not the external. If your happiness relies on external conditions, you can't place your faith in that. It could all be gone tomorrow. There could be a tsunami, there could be an earthquake, whatever. It could be run over by a bus, It's all really within. Yeah, and that very much affects the way you see the world, the way you see other people. You start to see, you take the world less personally. You start to, and I'm still it's an ongoing process.
Sure.
I fall in and out of alignment. It's a dance, but increasingly feeling compassion for myself and for others, my own mind, the fluctuations of my own mind.